Yeah.
Are we alive? Huh?
Yeah, we're
Huh?
live.
No, we're not. That's a lie, mate. We got 3 views on the. We got 58 followers, and we had like garbage, mate. Bitch, I thought we could use you to like catapult us to superstardom, mate. Alright.
Sorry, bud.
As he faced the sun, he cast no shadow. Watch now.
Wait,
What's going on?
Oh, this is snowy, mate. Child
Oh,
Slayer,
yep.
JT Sumo. Let's look at this.
Yeah, Charles
Oh,
Slayers,
this
mate.
is snowy, man. I need to
Oh,
unmute
yep.
JT Sumo. Let's look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
Charles
right.
Oh, this is snowy, man. I need to
Oh,
unmute
yep.
JT Sumo. Let's look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charles.
Mm.
Oh, this is
I wonder
nice
how
and
many
sharp.
channel bears I can get.
Let's get it, boys.
You are?
Ooh.
Huh?
I like the background video.
Oh, we got 3 viewers. That's probably just the 3 of us, eh?
Yeah,
Probably.
probably.
Sam,
Come on,
Perry.
yeah.
All right, Locke, you want to do your intro?
All right, you boys ready?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. G'day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to episode 2 of the Rare Units podcast. Returning on tonight's podcast is Samrath,
G'day.
BJ,
Hey guys.
and Joel,
Hi.
and myself, Locke. We're gonna get straight into the topics. We're gonna be talking about the George Floyd protests in America and how it's affecting basically the whole world now. The whole world has been watching and has taken action in many different ways. So, what are your boys' opinion on the whole protests and all this sort of thing going on?
It's an absolute clusterfuck, man.
Oh yeah.
Language, mate.
Nah.
It's an absolute
We can
clusterfuck, mate.
we can swear in this, mate.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
It's
that's actually
literally it's screwed up the entire
Dude,
world.
it says no sexual harassment, boys. We're fine.
But yeah, we must be respectful and kind, guys. Hate of any kind will not be tolerated. Alright,
Yeah,
but
Sam.
yeah. On to what I was saying. It's actually just garbage, to be honest. Like, in terms of
tomorrow
It's like-
tomorrow in Melbourne planned of 40,000 people
Look,
protesting.
it's
Ooh.
I understand the strife.
It's such a dumbass thing to do. You look at the coronavirus rates in fucking America, 16,000 up every day.
It's just like
That leads on to my next point, is that these protests, with all these people gathering together, the coronavirus is just going to get worse in America. It's just going to go off the charts due to these protests, everyone meeting up and everything. And it's just going to get worse, I believe.
Look, you sound like you're doing an oral presentation.
yeah. Mate, just call him out like that hard, mate. Alright, no, but like, yeah, you got a good point, Lachlan. I don't know. It's just in terms of like, it's such a complex issue, right? In terms of like systemic racism, white privilege, police brutality, all that sort of like very, very deep seated to have issues in a lot of like systemic problems that occurred as a result of like racism back in like, you know, the 1800s, the early 1900s, up until like the Civil Rights Act. So there's definitely a residual effect on that stuff. But there's also like the argument to be made that nowadays there's no such thing as like, in terms of like institutionally within like the American government, there's no law that says because you are black you cannot do X, Y, Z. So, and there's other like arguments to support that sort of line of reasoning, but it's there's so many, it's a multifaceted issue in the sense that you could come at it from any direction and you know end up at a different conclusion based on like your own personal biases and other stuff like that, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. You completely just, Sam. You absolutely just rocked our world just then. You absolutely
that's just the
carried
truth.
that.
That's just the truth, you know. Like, at the end of the day, right? This is what the conclusion I've reached is that there are systemic problems within the police of America.
Mm.
I
tried
is that a result of?
I
is
tried
that a
telling
result of?
my mum
sorry.
that, and she just couldn't believe it. She didn't think it was plausible.
Well, you know, there's a lack of accountability in terms of internal structures to regulate, like, behavior that sort of blurs the line between enforcing the law and being brutal to your victims, quote unquote. And there's also the thing where there needs to be reform in that area. Obviously, are the problems a result of active racism right now? Maybe, maybe not. I think the problem we have right now in terms of the rioting and the looting is that it's convoluting the message in terms of people are so focused on the riots and not focused about the underlying problems and the meaning behind it. People are trying to push that, but it's causing like a reaction in the and people are affected with this, like, oh, this is only just a justification for rioting. This is basically just there's a lot of people are having problems with with the movement of Black Lives Matter in general as a result of the actions of the looters and the other, like, the timing isn't great. This coronavirus, everyone's fucking congregating. Why do people who can protest have another rule for them? Like in Australia, I was watching the news this morning, and they were saying how the demonstrations, like the congregations that are going to happen in like Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, etc. The police aren't expected to give out fines for violating coronavirus restrictions. So people are going to be like, well, I can't see my grandmother because she's an at-risk person, or I can't hang out with 25 of my mates, have a gathering, okay, but 40,000 people can congregate in the CBD of
Yeah.
in the CBD of Melbourne.
It's a load of shit.
So there's obviously, but then you've got to understand. Well, there are, this is a sort of a peaceful protest of a deeply flawed system that has effects in Australia as well in terms of the treatment of Aborigines and the over policing. But I think to get to my point about the conclusion I've reached, most of the issues that occur within America in terms of divide, like over policing, education disparity, a lot of that has to do with economic circumstances. In terms of poorer people have poorer outcomes, richer people have more opportunities. So
Yeah.
the problem is, there's a high percentage of black people that are poor and a high percentage of white people that are rich, and that there are some strides that can be made in that area. But at the end of the day, it's so complex that, I mean, it's gonna take some real leadership and some real like effort from the higher ups in collaboration with people in power to get to that sort of stage.
Mm. Mm.
So how do you boys feel about, like, do you think, how do you feel about like Trump? How is he handling the situation and all that? Because we know that he switched off all the lights at the White House and all that, and there's been many things on the media saying like when the country needed him, he turned off the lights and hid under a blanket and things like that.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
went
can you
down
pull
for an
up-
inspection to the bunker.
Yeah, BJ, can you pull up that video where they cleared out the rioters in order for him to get that photo up with the church?
Yeah.
Can you pull that up? Because I think this summarizes his style of leadership in a nutshell. In terms of he's being. I don't want to get too controversial in this because I don't want to alienate the audience or like.
So a smooth stone could operate a country better than Trump did. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Look,
Pebble.
Trump has done good things before. I think we can. Most of us can agree. He's done some good things before. All right. He's made some strides, especially in his early presidency, in bringing back manufacturing jobs and increasing employment. However, I feel like in terms of this situation, he's performed abysmally by standards that the international community has, put upon, like clearing out protesters just so that you can get a photo op with a church when you're not even, apparently the last time he went to church regularly was like last year. So I think it's very hypocritical. He's seeking to create a reactionary response to these riots. He's trying to bolster his predominantly white base into thinking that, you know, a lot of this isn't a black versus white issue. This is a law and order versus rioters and arsonists and anarchists issue, which I feel is quite divisive and not really, you know, being intentionally obtuse about the grievances of the African American community.
Sure, I got the video up.
MSNBC's Garrett Hake, what are you
Can
seeing?
you play that?
Yeah.
Ari, this is an extraordinary escalation on the streets in front of the White House right now. Within the last 15 minutes, mounted police have been coming down the street.
Well,
You're going to
I
see
think
them
we
in
can
the
all say
frame
that,
now,
Vietnam should
using
come into the US
flashbangs
and
in front of them and mounted
called the
police
American War.
to clear what has been an
So,
entirely
you know, can
peaceful protest.
actually have a decent government.
Not 98%, not 99%,
Look, I feel like
but 100%
this is
peaceful
gonna
protest.
reflect
establish some at least a backbone in the country.
I feel like I feel like America is founded on good principles in terms of their constitution, but I feel like
It's executed very poorly.
Trump is using his
yeah, right
liberties
now.
as a president very liberally, and some might even say unconstitutionally. I mean, the Constitution guarantees the right of free assembly within the United States of America, and Trump's rhetoric about dispersing rioters and dominating them. You could argue that's unconstitutional in terms of like he's actively trying to suppress the rights of thousands of Americans.
Many just can't wait till November comes, but they want Bernie to hop back into the ring. So I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly a big fan of Joe Biden either. He's got some
he's got a couple questionable.
he's definitely
actions.
not as sharp as he used to be. I'll just put it like that. He's a bit lost nowadays. But
Sweet home Alabama.
but honestly, I feel like this is gonna reflect poorly on Trump, and I mean, I think the American people have been kind of stitched up these last 2 times in terms of they've been failed by their political process of getting good candidates. Like, I feel like a lot of people, you know, in 2016 didn't want Trump or Hillary, and so a lot of young people especially didn't vote. And
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people will like Biden as an alternative to
There's that Asian guy.
Really?
I don't know his name.
Andrew Yang or something.
Andrew something. Yeah. He seems like a nice bloke.
Yeah, he's got some interesting ideas like universal basic income and stuff like that, which is interesting.
But it's a shame because like I was looking at like the statistics for like people who are gonna support each candidate, and he had barely any percent.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely one to watch for the because he's still a young. I think he's only like 35, 36 or something.
Yeah, he's still young.
He's still got time to you know make headway in the Democratic Party, and I feel like what would be an interesting insight into what's going to happen into the election is to see if what the third party percentage is going to be in terms of like the Libertarians or the Greens. Like, because usually those guys get like barely a percent of the popular vote, and if we can this might you know cause these riots might be the catalyst of possibly the production of new parties specifically for Black Lives Matter and other associated groups. So it'll be interesting to see in November what happens in the election. But I mean, I fear that a lot of Trump's base is gonna vote for Trump regardless of whatever he does. But in terms of the wider international community, this does not reflect well on him at all.
South Carolina, 48% Joe Biden. Iowa, Bernie, and then Pete Buttigieg. I don't know how to say that.
Pete Buttigieg.
Yeah, something like that.
Buttigieg.
I don't see
Look.
Andrew on there.
Can you get some tunes in the background?
Yeah, sure.
BJ? Look, I reckon. This is getting kind of depressing, boys. Let's move on to something a little bit more lighthearted.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the world news right now. What's currently happening in the world?
Oh, that's gonna depress you even more, Lachlan.
Nah, so
All right, boys.
not all of it is.
Let's talk about TikTok.
TikTok. What a fantastic social media
Oh
platform.
yeah, what a great platform, mate.
I'm gonna be honest. I use it for things less than maybe what it's not used for in terms
Morality.
of in terms of I'm just gonna say 99% of the people I follow on TikTok are women.
Oh, okay.
Read into that what you will.
Well, 100% of the people on TikTok don't have a follow me, man. You know what?
You know what I
I'm
want
on
to talk
TikTok.
about?
What?
I want to talk
What?
about you, Joel. I think you. I
okay.
think I want to talk about something that
He's worthy of a
Has-
topic.
has interested me. So you are. I think it would be fair to characterize as fairly suspicious of technology and social media.
Yes.
Now I would like to just get sort of through with us your sort of the extent of this. How you came to realize or came to believe what you believe now about social media, and why you don't have, for example, a profile picture on your Instagram, or don't have a Facebook, or things like that. I was just I think it would be interesting
It's
to
not a
talk
bad
about.
question.
No, I'm so really against the stigma of social media. Like, you know, no. Something I look at my Instagram actually. Yeah, I don't have a bio or a profile picture. I don't care about my followers because if they don't care about me, I don't care about them.
It's interesting.
Right. But why how did you reach that realization? Is sort of the
No, it's just kind of like everyone cares too much about what other people think.
But
Kinda-
in terms of yeah, okay, that's a fair assessment. But what about the tracking sort of aspect of that? Because I know you feel pretty strongly about that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah, I don't use Amazon. Or very rarely use eBay. I've probably only used it once. Don't have my phone number secured anywhere.
You actually,
Always remove my
I think
credit
I
card
remember you
details.
telling me you don't want face recognition on your phone because you're afraid of.
Yes. Yeah.
Explain that. Explain that.
I don't know why, but I have my fingerprint and not my face. But yeah.
I mean, but wouldn't you say that your fingerprint is probably a little bit? I would say it's more unique than your face, because a lot of
The
people look
government
the
already
same.
has your face.
That's true as
Yeah,
well.
but
So
it's like, I don't care if the
True.
government has. I just care about companies in China selling my information, mate.
interesting. If I can understand your rationale, but I'd probably be more scared of the government than companies,
Yeah.
because companies are gonna try and sell you stuff. But if you have a tyrannical government, or a government that seeks to 1984 George Orwell-esque rule every aspect of your life,
China.
that would be a very if they had your face, that would be less than ideal.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, what's ScoMo gonna do with my face? Like,
Yeah,
No,
that's true. I
wait,
guess
What
I guess
on the wall?
what Sam's trying to say is, luckily we're in a unified
yeah,
country,
but I'm if you lived in
like Iraq or some shit.
Yeah, I didn't want to diss country. If you live in
Pakistan.
Tripoli, mate. Libya.
Tripoli is a part of Libya, mate.
Yeah, no, I
but
said
Russia.
that's what I mean.
Russia's a good one.
If you lived in a country with
BJ,
less
I don't think I
freedom-
understand how unregulated Russia is.
Yeah, they would take your information. You don't know what they do with it.
If you lived in the middle of nowhere, somewhere in probably the Mongolian part of Russia or some crap, and you killed 40 people, no one's gonna know about it.
Probably not.
The coppers are just lacing about, mate.
If you don't worry about it. Don't worry.
I feel like we've just exposed Joel's plans for the future, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look,
do
daisies.
you plan to live in Russia, Joel? At one point in your life?
I've kind of learning Russian is kind of taking a hiatus at the moment. It's so hard. I know the alphabet. I know a few utility words, but like trying to learn it, like all the tenses and like people aren't gonna know what you mean if you don't have like the right like prefixes and suffixes that like don't even matter.
Yeah.
And like the acute accusational, I don't know what it's called, but like yeah, you gotta go there once, or like 50 times. So.
50 times.
Yeah, anyway, back to technology. Yeah, I don't like it very much.
Film.
Yeah, dude. Actually, just drive around in a Volvo, snorting vodka.
Instagram, I saw an App Tour wannabe. I sent it to you guys.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he looked like buddy from this weird movie. What are they? The Addams Family. Looks straight out of that.
Right, boys. I want to get your thoughts on something else right now. What do you think about the like the sporting codes, you know, AFL, NRL coming back?
Oh, they're making such a big deal of it.
NRL is already back, and the AFL is coming back.
They have a bloody
next
countdown
week.
The NBA is
timer
coming
on the
back as well.
news.
Thursday, June 11 is when the AFL Toyota Premiership season will recommence.
Yeah, like, what do you guys think? Do you think it's the right call? Do you think it's the wrong call? Are you keen? You know,
They're not playing with crowds, aren't they?
then I don't know. They're not.
Okay. It'd be pretty stupid if they were playing with crowds, to be honest.
But
I don't know. I think it could help because it can help people like take their mind off everything that's going on like around them, like with what's happening in the world and that. Like just sit down, watch some sport, and take their mind off it.
yeah, that's a good point.
Yes.
I feel like they're
very
making
nice.
a big deal of the AFL. They're making a very big deal about the AFL.
Yeah, but I feel like it's such a strong part of the Australian identity.
That's true.
At least in Victoria.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
so
we have a
important
freaking
here.
public holiday for finals.
Exactly, like it's such a.
I don't even.
Do you
watch the
actually?
sport. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit dumb.
Yeah, that's what I was saying
AFL
to Dad. Like,
grand final.
I'm not
Weekend.
complaining, but I mean, can't we have a public holiday for a bit, like, a bit more important? Like, do we have like a Federation Day holiday, some crap?
I guess that's just Australia Day, man.
Australia Day is not Federation Day, you bot.
I'm saying that's the closest thing we have to that.
You know, so that's why we should make a Federation Day holiday instead of a bloody footy
George.
grand final holiday.
Joel,
Didn't
do you know when Federation happened?
Sometime very early on in the Australian history.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, people are just gonna be like, "What is Federation Day?" Like, they're gonna be like, "Oh, no one. This isn't like."
It was when Australia was federated.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not like
it
public
wasn't the
holidays.
26th of June.
No, it was the first. Guys.
Oh,
it was
sorry,
the first of-
January.
It was the 1st of January 1901 was when Australia got
okay.
federated. But what I'm saying is,
Took them a while.
a lot of public holidays need to have some cultural significance to them, right? That's why you can't just add a holiday willy nilly.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, like, everyone's got to have the right to watch today. Let's just make it. No one goes to work. No one goes to school.
Well,
Let's just make it a holiday.
no one's productive on those sorts of days either, man. And it's not like Australia's.
When is anyone
unprecedented,
productive?
man. Days when it's not the footy grand final.
What if people don't like footy, mate?
But they get a day off work, mate.
Yeah, no, but like,
Joel, just
It's
Just
not
let it be.
It's not harming anyone.
I know, but like, what I'm
why
saying
we
is,
don't know. We don't know why it's a thing. It just is.
no, but like what I'm saying is, why is there a grand like a public holiday?
For the AFL, not like
for
the
the
NRL or
footy-
something.
No, the footy grand final, but not one for like why Australia is actually a country.
Because I feel like that's Australia Day sort of covers that. in
Yeah,
terms of,
Australia
like,
Day. I was
in
about to
the-
say that.
In the eyes of the general public, you say Australia Day. I mean, it does have bad connotations with the indigenous population because when
Yeah.
Cook landed, but it signifies the start of something that would eventually become Australia. So it's
I'm gonna pitch an idea to ScoMo myself. I'm gonna do a short-term redemption and send him a letter every week. Make
Nah, send him
Don
two, mate.
Bradman's
Send him
birthday.
two. You send him two.
Don Bradman's birthday is public holiday.
Okay, look,
Sorry.
Okay,
Sir
that's
Donald Bradman, his birthday.
I can get behind that. I can get behind that.
Wait. What's his actual day? Hang on.
Yeah, can you pull that up?
Sir Donald.
Pull no, Joe, it's fine. BJ, pull that up.
Okay, buddy.
Got you, bud.
Mate, we actually got 4 viewers.
27th of August.
1908. I reckon that's. Look, I reckon.
I reckon that should be a public holiday, mate.
27th of August. Isn't that someone's birthday? Well, someone that we know's
Nah,
birthday.
it's close to Joel's though.
It's close to yours, isn't it?
also close to yours, Sam.
Historical events in my birthday.
Yeah, it's close to the Sam's actually.
It actually is close to mine.
Yeah.
But I'd agree with that. The man is the greatest cricket player
To ever lived.
to have ever lived. Actually, maybe not the greatest cricket player, but the greatest batsman.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And at least the
Oh
greatest.
boys, we should celebrate Indonesian Independence Day
Why? We're not an
because it is on my birthday. Imagine having a day off on your birthday.
Indonesian Independence Day.
What if you
Yeah.
were born? What if you were
I'd
born
rather
the exact, like the actual day that when was that? When did Indonesia become independent? Like 1945 or something?
Bang on, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine if you were born in 1945 on the something of August, and you are technically the first ever naturalized Indonesian citizen. That would be kind of crazy, actually.
Oh yeah.
Do you know it's also National Black Cat Appreciation Day, National Non-Profit Day, and National Thrift Shop Day?
Let me guess,
Dude,
your
this
birthday.
This sounds like that crap where they're like,
Yeah.
it's National Suck Samras Dick Day. So if you want to
Hey.
hear, it's like,
Hey,
it's
watch
like,
out, Twitch mods will get you.
Oh god, no.
I
Mate,
share a
Joel.
birthday with Robert De Niro. Oh goodness.
Oh, mate, it's not nearly as bad as sharing a birthday with Jojo Siwa.
Mate,
Yeah,
it's
sharing
not
a
good.
what about sharing a birthday with Little Pump, mate?
Yeah.
That's probably-
Imagine
Hey, at
sharing a
least it's not
birthday with
6'9".
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, Sam's lucky. He shares a birthday with Keanu Reeves. Probably
You
the
know
most
what's
wholesome
funny? When
person
I
on the
found
planet.
that out, I actually didn't know who Keanu Reeves was.
Are you...
Like, I figured, like, yeah.
Oh my god, you should be disowned. What the fuck? He's probably the most wholesome person on the planet.
Yeah, look, this was before he did all that shit. That was like like.
Before he did all
Fortnite.
that shit. Right, yeah. Because he made the Matrix after you were born. Sam.
I didn't watch The Matrix until after that, so just like, allow it, okay?
Okay, alright.
Guys, imagine
not
having
gonna-
a birthday on the Azerbaijan Independence Day.
Yeah, that's a fucking birthday, man.
Imagine
Yeah,
your
bro.
birthday.
Kids born on the 29th of February would be like.
And also on Alaska Day. Whatever that is.
No, dude, I reckon we should all move to Alaska. And then
Alaska
every
is
time
a
it's like
very nice
birth-
place, except it's a part of America, so I'm good.
It was actually a part of Russia.
This is true.
How
this
did they
is
get
fact.
it back?
They bought it, mate. The Russian economy actually went. The Russian economy actually went tits up, mate. And America was
In-
like,
1867.
America was like, yo, bro, I'll actually buy this for you if you give it to me like 15 cents an acre, mate. And they were like, boy.
Sounds like a good deal. That's like 400 million rubles right there.
Yeah, mate. And like they were like, I could buy a whole new car 98k with that thing, mate. So they were like, yeah, fine. And America was like, America, we got more land.
They don't even need it.
No, we do. Have you guys seen that meme where it's just like, world geography to America? That it's literally America and everything else is painted blue like the sea. That's
Yeah. Oh man, the four horsemen of geography. It's got
Yeah.
like Americans where they think Iran is, and it's like in Australia and in
yeah, I've
Canada.
seen that.
In their own country.
Yeah, in their own country, and then and then one person's like, okay, so isn't America in like the center of the universe?
Oh yeah, in the center of the solar system.
I question people and their education system in America. Like it's so up the shit.
It's The shit is up.
Oh, BJ, no sexual harassment in this chat, thank you.
Sorry.
In the
forgot-
chat.
forgot.
But boys, I reckon, is anyone actually watching this, or is it just the four of us?
I'm not actually on it.
Okay, so there's one other person
Who
out
cares?
there.
I'm gonna pay the price and put it on Spotify.
But no one's gonna watch it.
You'd
Yeah.
be surprised. Spotify. When
Look,
you pay
alright,
Spotify,
alright, alright, let's-
they put like shit, dude.
We are on to the next topic.
Yeah.
No, let's ask our one viewer. Hello, one viewer. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Should we? This is the fate of our careers as podcasts. The fate of our career as podcasters and radio commentators
Personal messages because they're watching.
could hang in the balance based on your decision. Should we put this on Spotify? Tell us now.
Why am I a sword? Because you're a moderator.
You're actually a deadly weapon, Joel. So I genuinely think it's the three. BJ, are you watching it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's literally the four of us.
But
That's a very
Sam,
depressing.
who cares?
Oh no, we got one more viewer.
You gotta
Hello.
start small, mate.
Mate, we're literally starting on 0 viewers.
So what?
Alright.
If we're watching it,
Oh,
Arana!
we got a Rana!
Oh,
Let's go!
I love
Hey,
Arana.
gang your shit!
Arana's
Done,
awesome.
no? Oh. Okay, we've actually you brought life into the podcast.
Thanks, Rara.
Arana, ask us a question, we will have to answer it.
Okay,
Been here
okay,
since the
Locke.
start. Wait, you've been here since the start, Arana? You didn't say anything? Wow. Wow.
You're welcome, Locke.
Wow. Oh, that's why you sent me. Oh, Arana, I understand. I understand now. And
Sword fight.
have you
yeah,
been
I'm
enjoying
good.
the podcast, or has it been kind of boring?
I think we're pretty interesting to listen to.
Look, yeah, that's the most yeah, look, Arana, I'm just kidding. Nah, it's been alright. Yeah, fucking lie to me more. Women just lie, I swear to God.
That's
Boys. Calm it. Farms now, okay?
What?
Sam, you're giving
It's,
up
it's
way too
time.
easily,
It's
mate.
time. It's time. It's time.
It's
For
time
fact
what?
of the day.
Yes.
Fact of the day. Okay, we need to make a jingle for fact of the day. All right. Well, let's do it.
Oh, mate,
fact
yeah,
of the
we do.
day.
I'm gonna play like an animation right now.
Okay.
It needs to be Joel's like don't.
Everyone, shut up. I'm gonna.
Smell.
Okay,
Fact of the day.
Order in the podcast. Okay.
Order.
I'm gonna do a beat. All right. I'm gonna clap into my microphone, and then.
We don't need any more ear rape, thank you very much.
No,
Yeah.
shut up. Okay.
I had to lower
And then-
you, Sam.
BJ, what you're gonna do? You're gonna be the bass. You're gonna be like, doo, doo, doo. Okay, and then Joel, you're gonna be Lachlan. You can be the guitar, so you can be like, dun, and then Joel, you're gonna be the vocalist. Okay.
He'll be like,
Oh yeah.
All right, is everyone ready? Everyone ready? So
Yeah.
BJ, you're kind of like deep, like, doo, doo. And then Joel and Lachlan, you're like, doo. Or like not as hard, but you know what I mean. All right, you ready?
Dun-dun-dun.
Yes, like that. All right. You ready? A 3, a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah.
I gotta do the jingle, mate. Okay, this is the most. Oh my fucking.
Where
God.
did Locke go? What the fuck?
I didn't know when I was supposed to be coming in.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
just
oh
a
my
jingle.
God.
It goes for
Oh
like
my
2
God.
seconds.
God,
Okay.
Lachlan,
Right,
you have the
retake.
IQ. Lachlan.
Boys, retake.
Okay, buddy.
You have the IQ of a cardboard box. Let's go again. Alright. I'm gonna be the beat. Come on. Alright, you ready? And Joel, you're gonna actually sing this time?
He's got to
Yeah, I
wait
was
for
waiting-
it.
I
He's
was-
got to
I
wait
was
for
waiting
Locke.
Locke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Lachlan, you're the linchpin,
That was my
alright? You're the
fault.
lead guitarist. You ready? Alright. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3.
It's time for fact of the day.
Dun. Alright. Fact of
Alright.
the day.
Did you know the total weight of ants on Earth once equaled the total weight of people?
Whoa!
Whoa!
That's crazy, bro.
That's
I never
actually
knew that.
insane.
Oh my god. Do you know we had 6 viewers?
Yeah, we had 6
And then
viewers.
as soon as we said fact of the day, they left. That's
Now
That's probably
this
my fault.
is epic.
Did you know a dozen bodies were once found in Benjamin Franklin's basement?
What?
Didn't know Benjamin Franklin and O.J. Simpson had something in common. I'm actually gonna
Yes,
get canceled.
six children.
Sam,
Alright,
when
okay.
people watch these back, you're just gonna
No
get
one's
blasted.
gonna. Okay. Okay. Samus in the future. If you ever get famous and people watch this and bring this up, I'm sorry, but it was just a joke,
It was
guys.
just a
I'm not
joke,
being,
yeah.
I'm not being serious. Okay, it's just a joke. Don't yell at me. I'm just
Sam,
trying to make my
you
way
saying
in a
it's
world
just
that
a
was
joke,
cool.
you've already redeemed yourself. You'll be right.
Okay, yeah, but okay, all right. I'm just saying, I have nothing against Mr. O.J. Simpson. I'm sure he's a
Fine old man.
a fine gentleman. We're gonna move on. So, guys, how's school going?
It's actually so much better than quarantine. That's what it is. 6 viewers. Let's go, boys.
Oh.
We don't have 6 views.
Yeah, we do. Updated.
I'm not. Right now.
Okay, but anyway,
6 guys. Make sure to chat. Okay. We
Yeah,
love
look.
talking to you
Drop
guys.
comments.
we love talking to people because it helps us realize we're actually not socially awkward.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, guys, how's school? I mean, I've been kind of just, going with the flow. Had a lot of stuff in terms of like doing year 12 things, exams and that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what it is.
It was weird for the first day because like we'd been so used to online,
It feels like it's
Stuff.
back to normal.
back to usual. Yeah, back
Yeah.
to normal.
It feels good.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And we got exam period now, so I can just fuck around a bit.
Oh, BJ, no racism.
Are you seriously doing a joke like that's a terrible time for a joke like that?
Dude, I'm just reading off the rules, mate. What about you?
Oh,
No self-promotion, BJ. None of that.
I made those rules a long time ago.
Look, to the 2 people that are watching this on YouTube.
You mean Twitch?
No, I'm talking about when this is going to be uploaded
Oh,
on
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah,
You
yeah.
freaking flop, mate. So the 2 people watching this on YouTube after this has been live streamed. Check the podcast on Twitch.
Yeah.
Marina's podcast.
We're live every Friday.
8 o'clock to 9
No.
o'clock.
Hey, Australian
Australian
Standard Time.
Eastern, which
Yep.
is
No idea what that is in US, but say
Let me
in the
pull
morning.
it up.
that is 20 GMT.
Hmm?
Hang on, no, what? How
What?
much? How much?
that does
What?
not sound right.
That's GMT
GST.
GMT plus 10. Great. So yeah,
8
check.
p.m. AEST to Eastern Standard Time is 6 a.m. So
Oh, bro, what a
if
morning,
you want
mate.
to get
Monday,
up early just to watch
Make
it.
up
Monday
run,
morning,
dude.
Monday
motivation
morning
for
run.
you. Yo, but like, check the YouTube to people who are watching this on Twitch, i.e. us 4 and Joel's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Check this out on YouTube. Same name as the Twitch channel,
Yeah.
so that you
The
can
Rare
watch
Units
it at whatever
podcast.
time conveniences you.
I have our YouTube
Please
channel linked
tell
in
your
the.
friends. Tell your friends about the podcast. Just trying
Yeah.
to make our way
No self-promotion.
in a way.
Shut up.
I think I'm allowed to self-promote the thing we're on, Joel. But
Did you know that donations are non-refundable?
Oh, God.
Neither did I.
Ah.
Can I have my $500 back, please?
My fingers
Alright.
slip.
We're
Which is
moving on.
actually, we've had 4 zeros on the end.
We're moving on. We're moving on.
So
So
let's talk about films. Let's talk about films.
Yeah. All right.
Alright, top. We're gonna make a list. Alright, can you get a tier list, BJ? Let's get a tier list of movies.
Well, I can't get it. How do you want me to get a tier list of movies?
Tierlist.com, boy.
Really?
Oh, BJ, my goodness, mate. Okay, just look up movie tier list on Google. It's literally
Oh
about
my
as
god,
easy
there
as
is a tierlist.com.
Oh my god.
Something I
No.
just want to mention as well is that tomorrow is June 6th, which is 76 years.
He cuts out at the perfect time, man.
Every single-
Every
ending
time.
normally.
Since the landing of what?
No, on Normandy Beach, D-Day.
Thanks for sharing.
Oh,
26 years.
nice.
That's
Yeah,
great.
That's yep.
It's,
Nice. All right, let's get that
Bugger
movie
off. I
tier.
just wanted to have a contribution.
Let's get okay. All right.
It's a
Let's get
fact.
this movie. That is a fact. Is that the fact? No, it's not the fact.
Fact,
of the day.
fact.
But
No.
that is
It's a fact.
commemoration of the day.
Exactly.
Notepad. Let's
You
get
know
the
what?
notepad
And
out,
in
mate.
commemoration-
I'm getting the notepad out.
Do what?
Number one. What's the best movie of all time?
Just load it up on Google.
Oh my god! Oh,
Is
okay.
this what we're-
Petition to strip Mr. Smith here of his fucking privileges. Because my god, this kid's about as useful as a box is to a porn star, mate. Jesus Christ!
A what?
Fuck. A box is to a. Wait, what's a porn star gonna do with a box? Hey? Huh?
They could put their dick in it. I don't know.
What? They're a woman. They're a lady.
they can
though.
PJ,
elaborate.
deadass, just search tiermaker.com.
I did. I couldn't figure it. Take
On Google.
Aren't you supposed to have like a PhD in like chemistry or something, BJ?
PhD. Yeah, right.
BJ, you're about as internet literate as.
Me, dude.
About as-
When I first bought my computer, I didn't know whether I'm buying.
Mate, you're about as internet literate as my parents, and they're fucking dead. I mean, no, not my
Oh,
parents, my grandparents. Fuck. Oh, fuck
poor-
that.
Oh my god, Sam.
Oh, Jesus. That is actually.
That's
this is
so
actually-
dark.
Look, this is just awkward now. Can you get the tier list up, BJ? I'm just
What
trying-
sort of bloody thing do you? Best movies. Okay, here we go.
There we go. Oh god,
He's done it.
All right.
dude,
That's
I
all.
like how Fitz has been online for 20 minutes and he's already got 70 more viewers than us.
Shut up.
All right, let's go. Okay. No, what are these movies, mate? No, just get rid of it. Let's just come on.
These are poo, mate.
What are these
You
movies?
you told me to get up Thingo up, and I did.
Best movies, mate. Okay, all right.
I only know like a couple of them.
It's just like recent movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
This is
2019.
garbage, mate. Oh.
Do you
what-
do certain
Oh,
genres?
you do it like that? Oh, okay, that's cool.
Okay, alright. Just look up best movies of all time, mate.
Okay.
Movies of all time, best. I'm surprised at how illiterate you are right now.
Shut up.
No, tier list, mate. Tier list. It's called a tier list, mate.
It's
Dude,
movies.
oh my god. Oh, you're so. Oh my god.
Samra,
Guys.
calm down. Calm down.
That's what it
There we
comes
go.
up.
There we go. Let's
What
go.
do you want me to
Let's
click on the top one?
Yeah, that one.
Oh my god. Okay, look. Second one from the top.
Best, yeah, second one.
Alright, let's go down. Go down. Alright. Oh yes, options. Alright, let's look at.
Oh, I see Shrek. Put that at the top.
Shrek is a masterpiece.
Alright. Let's look. Okay, Saving Private Ryan. I reckon. Can you see the Saving Private Ryan?
Nah, bro.
Okay, no. Let's just go from the top. Let's go from the top.
Yeah.
What is that?
Alright, so I
Mate,
don't know what the.
some of them are
101
really hard to read.
Dalmatians.
101
101
Dalmatians.
Dalmatians.
I haven't seen it in yonks.
I reckon it's good. Not amazing, but still fun.
12 Angry Men.
I haven't seen that. 12 Years a
Nah,
Slave.
That's a pretty good movie.
Oh, that's a. I couldn't watch it.
12
Why?
Years a
I
Slave
reckon,
is.
I reckon it's just messed up.
12 Years a Slave is very
It's a
depressing.
true story.
Just
Yeah.
put that at the top because it made me a very
Yeah, if you're
know,
making Joel bloody
desensitized, man.
desensitized, that's kind of scary.
Alright, let's get that up.
2001: A Space Odyssey. Apparently, it's a masterpiece. I haven't
No,
seen
no,
it.
no. Let's put 101 Dalmatians. What do you guys think? I reckon it's.
I'd say BJ, I'd knock that down maybe one.
Yeah.
This one.
12 Years a Slave. 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah, like I mean, it's not the greatest films of all time, but it's still a very good movie. Alright, let's go. 101 Dalmatians. Can we do this chronologically, please? 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah.
But there's not enough. Oh, it's sort of.
Yeah, there
which
is.
one would you rate this?
I reckon it's decent.
Cult
Still
classic.
good,
It's all right.
yeah, oh classic, mate. Underrated but appreciated.
Yeah.
Just put it decent, I reckon.
This one.
Yeah, maybe decent, or I wouldn't say it's a cult classic.
Oh, this.
I'd
one.
say it's
Yeah.
decent.
Well, yeah. That's fair
What?
enough.
101 Dalmatians.
Yeah.
12
Yeah,
Angry
yeah, I
Men's
guess so.
missable.
2001: A Space Odyssey. I reckon that's up there with.
Yeah,
no,
it's
no,
up
no.
there. Nearly
Yeah.
falls.
I'd
I
say
reckon-
2001: A Space Odyssey is a cult classic.
Nah, I reckon it's one of the greatest movies of all. Like it's so in terms of what it tried to do, with like a very limited
It was dude.
dialogue.
The budget was like shit all too. It was incredible.
And like it looks actually very like considering it was made like 1970. It's actually I don't know. I reckon we compromise saying amazing, great, but something is missing. I reckon that's what we say.
Aladdin.
Wait, is that the movie or the animated version?
The animated,
Oh,
yeah.
I reckon cult classic, mate. Oh,
It's a classic.
that's a classic. Yeah, get that off there, mate.
Alice in Wonderland, the original.
Trash and never been made.
I reckon.
I don't know.
Good. I reckon put that up with 12 Angry Men, mate.
Yeah.
It's like it's
yeah.
okay.
Aliens
Aliens
wouldn't
oh,
exist without it.
Fucking sick ass movie, mate.
Aliens.
Cult classic.
Honest-
I have never seen it.
You
It
kidding
is,
me?
It is a classic.
I'd say
It is a
decent,
classic.
personally.
It's good.
Sam, you
Yeah,
need to come over and watch that shit, mate.
Alright, let's just come on. Let's move on. Let's get through this. We've
Amadeus.
got a lot of movies. We've got a lot of movies.
But now they're all just
Amadeus.
freaking
I reckon
Amadeus.
decent.
Decent.
It's a biographical.
American
Ooh,
History
American-
X.
That is awesome.
I reckon that's amazing.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Oh, that's in terms
It's-
of like it's got a great. It's very high. It's fantastic movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
keep
no,
pushing
it's awesome.
along. There's a lot of movies to do.
Wait,
Jesus.
what's the next one?
I don't know.
What is that,
It's a
mate?
little bit easier. I think that says Apocalypse Now.
You're in
Apocalypse
Apocalypse
Now. I mean, it's that intro scene where they're on the helicopters is pretty iconic. I reckon cult classic, mate.
Alright, Avatar.
Personally,
Oh, I see
Trash.
Django.
trash.
It's
It
not
never was,
trash.
mate. What? It's
Avatar.
about space aliens having sex, mate. It's, oh god.
Avatar's very revolutionary in terms of sci-fi.
Oh,
yeah,
mate,
it was.
Great, but something is missing.
Yeah.
I reckon it's overrated. It is what it is. You guys can.
Back
Put
to
it-
the
put it-
Future,
put it cult-
absolute
Put it
cult
cult classic.
Yeah,
classic.
I'd say
No, I
cult.
reckon
I'd say
because of
cult.
how much it. I don't know. Wait, what's that?
Back to the Future.
Yeah, cult.
Back to the
cult.
Future.
Bambi's
Great.
Bambi,
Bambi's
right.
alright.
We should put in
good. Bambi's
decent.
good. Bambi's good.
Beauty and the Beast, the new one.
Oh, the
wait.
new one.
Maybe.
Wait, is it
yeah.
the old one?
Wait, is that the
No,
new
no,
one
that's
with
the
the-
old
Never
one.
mind.
It's the old one.
Yeah, it's the old one. Oh, I reckon that's pretty good.
Yeah, decent.
Decent. I
It's
reckon.
alright.
What's this? Warren, Betty, Faye.
A lot of these are from like
Dunaway.
the 40s, mate. They're like actually classics. I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever seen any of these ones.
But I reckon we
Oh,
just
mate,
don't.
I saw one of the movies coming up.
Ignore that one.
Yeah, let's
I
ignore.
guess.
No, just leave it. Just leave it.
Yeah, just
move
leave
on
it.
The
Move on
Breakfast
to the
Club.
second one. Cult classic.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a good movie, but like, it's not something I could watch over and over again. It's one of those like one and done sort of things.
Yeah, I agree. You can't even read.
Now the
this
next
ones.
couple of
What
movies
is
are like classics.
Walt
I don't
Disney,
know what that is.
Cinderella, Citizen
I
Kane.
reckon- Citizen Kane's okay. I reckon Cinderella's decent.
Decent.
Yeah, it's alright. I don't mind it.
Citizen
no,
Kane.
Cinderella.
Locke's got a soft spot for Disney princesses, us too.
Citizen. I've never seen Citizen Kane, but apparently it's one of the greatest.
Can we just
movies of
jump to
all
the
time.
ones that we know? Let's go straight
Yeah,
to
exactly, that's
Django.
what
Put
I'm-
it at the top.
Yeah,
no,
Django.
let's try.
Let's
Let's try.
Django up top.
No. Boy, let's go do
Mate,
this
just
chronologically.
chuck
We gotta do this chronologically. Alright, go down. Come on.
Masterpiece right there.
Put it straight at the top, yeah.
Yep.
Go straight at the top, yeah. Easy, mate.
Django. Mm.
Django.
I like the way you
What's
dab,
the one
boy.
next to Chaplin? What's the one next to Chaplin?
Oh, Citizen. Oh, wait.
No, the one on the right side.
No, yeah, the one on the right.
What kind of?
Are you?
Oh, that. What's it say? Clockwork Orange.
Oh,
By Stanley Kubrick.
that's another cult classic, mate. Stanley Kubrick, cool. Yeah, get that. That's a cult classic, mate.
E.T. Cult classic.
E.T. is a classic.
E.T.
E.T.
cult-
Oh,
Lord
these
of the
are
Rings.
so good. Oh, put that
Lord of
second
the
from the
Rings.
top.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings
Lord
is
of the Rings.
amazing.
Bangs, mate. Incredible, nearly flawless.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Absolute cult classic.
Yeah,
It is
cult
incredible.
classic, but I don't know.
Bro, that shit made me laugh like crazy. The
Oh,
Exorcist.
Fight Club.
It's alright.
Fight Club
Club.
is Fight Club's
Ooh.
top. No debate. Fight Club's top.
Wait, no, I've never seen Fight Club, but
Neither have I.
You've got to see it. It's awesome.
Alright, put it at the top.
Put it at the top.
top.
The
That is
Exorcist.
I
Probably
reckon.
my favorite, one of my favorites.
Just to please Joel, we're gonna Exorcist. I mean, it's okay. It's good, I guess.
Wait, oh, The Exorcist. I haven't seen that, mate.
I reckon
I was
it's
still,
good.
I was still going on about Fight Club.
I reckon good. Okay, keep it.
Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo's a classic.
That's classic. I reckon. Wait, what's the one above classic?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Oh,
I
we'll
reckon
put in
it's
Amazing. Finding Nemo is pretty awesome.
Amazing.
Tom Hanks is
fine.
Forrest Gump.
Oh, that's top.
Yeah, Forrest Gump is a
Forrest
great
Gump.
movie.
Forrest Gump is top. No, that's perfect, mate. Forrest Gump's top.
Yeah,
Bride
yeah.
of Frankenstein. Don't really know it.
I reckon. No.
Nah. Frozen.
Nah.
Oh,
Garbage,
Bro.
mate.
Should
Frozen,
never
El
be
Garbo
made.
gets
It's
out.
got a good song, but below average, mate.
It's below average.
It's below average. It's not terrible.
Or
I haven't seen it.
Ghostbusters. Absolute cult classic.
Trash. Never should have been made. Frozen.
Well, what's that? Transformers.
No.
What's that?
What's that, mate?
Gladiator. I
Gladiator.
reckon.
Gladiator's a good movie.
Gladiator's good. I reckon.
I like it.
I reckon decent or cult classic personally.
Decent. It's not talked about like constantly. The Godfather is a classic.
The Godfather is
Godfather's
top.
top, easy.
Godfather is top, mate. No, top, mate. Do
I
not
did, Sam.
disrespect.
It's delayed.
Oh, mate, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I was yelling at
Yeah,
you.
it
Sean
is a bit
Connery's 007 Goldfinger.
That's cult classic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Goldfinger.
Yeah.
Gone with the Wind.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either. I think that's like one of the highest grossing movies in terms of like at the time, but I haven't seen it. I reckon we
Alright,
skip it.
Goodfellas.
That's top.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not top.
Goodfellas.
Maybe the one under
Second.
top.
Second.
Yeah, incredible.
Okay,
I
Goodwill
think it was.
Hunting goes straight to the top.
That's top. That is top. That is one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yep.
That is top.
Charlie Chaplin's The Great Dictator.
Oh, The Dictator. That's probably one under top.
No, this
terms of-
isn't.
It's
the
not
Dictator.
the
This is
Dictator
the
you're
Great
thinking of.
Dictator. Like it's a different
Oh.
one.
Yeah.
Wait, there's another one. I thought.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Dictator.
Yeah,
I
the Dictator's fucking hilarious.
I haven't seen the Great Dictator. I reckon we just move on.
I
I
haven't.
don't
seen
know
it.
what that is. It looks Japanese.
Inception?
Straight to top.
That's top right there.
Indiana Jones, The Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That-
Straight
That's
to
that's
classic.
amazing.
Second from top, I'd say.
I'd say amazing.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's
it's
not.
so time. It's so
I
timeless.
reckon amazing, man. Amazing or incredible.
Yeah.
It's up to you. I reckon.
Interstellar.
That goes to the top as well.
Yeah. The visuals. Fucking hell. Jaws cult classic.
Jaws.
Jaws is
To
classic.
be honest, I found Jaws a little bit overrated. To be honest.
Jaws is so
Yeah,
cheesy.
It's a
Jaws
bit
is so
overrated.
cheesy.
But at the time, if you were to say like, because my dad watched it, and he's like 65, you know, so he watched it at the time and he thought it was absolutely revolutionary in terms of like visuals.
Yeah, but is this
movies.
Norman Smith's opinion or?
Yeah, this is normal. It's not my opinion.
Mighty Norm.
No, that's what I'm saying.
We should get him on the podcast.
Yeah. We should.
Yeah, Norm
That's
is going to be a guest speaker.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful idea. Start shutting them down.
Yeah. Alright, let's keep going.
The Jungle Book.
Alright.
What's the wait? What's the
Watchable
like
but missable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I reckon good. Nah, it's okay. Jurassic Park. That's probably
Yeah, Jurassic
alright.
Park's banging.
It's probably cult classic.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah,
one above
it is.
Cult Classic? Amazing. That's
Amazing. Yeah.
okay, but
I wouldn't say it's quite amazing. I reckon it's just.
but
It's just a classic.
It's quite.
Yeah.
I feel like it's quite timeless.
Kill Bill's going second top, mate.
I haven't seen
King
Kill Bill.
Kong.
Oh,
So
isn't that-
the
that-
This
original.
is the
Is that like-
original. Below average.
I mean, I'm indifferent.
Below average.
I'm
I'd say
indifferent. I'm
just leave it
indifferent.
if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, we can
I'm
put that
indifferent to
there.
La La Land.
Below average. Wow.
Lawrence of Arabia. That's second from top
Lego
right
movie.
there.
Go
That is a
straight.
It's good.
fantastic movie. Lawrence of Arabia. What are you doing to Lawrence? Mate, get Lego movie out of there.
Oh yeah, bro,
Lawrence
get
of
that out
Arabia
of
is-
here. What is that shit?
No,
It's
what
at
are
the
you-
top.
Why's the Lego movie at the top?
Okay, no. You're disrespecting the Lego movie now.
No.
It's
It's
alright.
amazing.
It's
There you go.
alright. It's
Yeah.
alright. It's alright. It's alright. No.
The Lion King.
These are so cool, so bad, mate. Alright.
Garbo.
The Lion King, is this the old one or the new one?
The old one.
Oh,
That's straight. That's
I'd say second from top.
Yeah, that's second
Yeah.
from top, brother. That's
Beautiful.
Incredible
hit
storytelling.
hit diff, mate.
I
Just hit
don't know
diff.
what that says.
It's just
Just skip
Metropolis.
it.
I've
Just,
never
just
seen it.
I
skip
don't know.
it.
Alright,
Skip
Fritz
it.
Lang.
What's that?
Skip that. Haven't seen it.
Monsters Inc.
That's Hulk
banging.
Cult classic.
I would say amazing, but something is missing.
Yeah.
It's not a cult classic because it's not.
I mean,
it's not like
I'd say put
40
it on
years
top
old.
because we got Mike Wazowski, mate.
We got Mike Wazowski. We got plenty of memes out of it.
No, but like as a movie, as a meme, yes.
As a movie, it's it's definitely amazing.
Alright,
Mulan's
Milan's
Milan's
underrated.
alright.
bloody good.
Mulan's are underrated. I reckon Mulan, in terms of Disney, like it's a cult classic. Underrated.
I agree.
Hmm.
Nosferatu.
I've never seen it.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. Only flew over the. I don't know what that says. Cockatoo's Nest.
I haven't seen it either.
I don't know what that says. Looks
No, that's
German.
something
Pirates of
French,
the
mate.
Caribbean, absolute cult classic. We're not.
I reckon that's overrated.
That was my
to be honest.
favorite. That was my favorite movie when I was a kid.
Sam says it's overrated.
I think it's overrated. I like it in terms of like the
Cult classic.
the budget it got compared. I don't know. Maybe it's I got like the last couple of ones. Like the OG was pretty good, but like the last.
Yeah, the first one is my favorite by far.
What's the one to
Pocahontas.
the left? No, what's the one to the
Pocahontas.
left?
I've
of
never
top?
actually seen
Planet of the
Pocahontas.
Apes, the original.
I haven't
That's
seen it.
top.
Oh,
I mean, it's cheesy, but
It's pretty
cult
cheesy.
classic. Cult
Good,
classic.
Good.
I reckon I reckon decent.
Decent, yeah, decent. Because I've seen all of them, the old ones, and they're okay. What do you think of
Pocahontas is a cult classic, another underrated Disney film.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Me
Pulp
neither.
Fiction, straight to the top, bud.
What's the one
Pulp
next
Fiction.
to What's the one like Psycho? What's it called?
Yeah.
Yeah, Psycho.
That's a pretty good Alfred Hitchcock movie, but I reckon probably. It's not cult classic because it's very wide. I haven't seen it.
We'll just
but
leave it.
apparent-
Ratatouille goes straight to the top. Sorry, bud.
No, Ratatouille does not go straight to the top.
Yeah.
Nah.
Ratatouille is
Amazing,
actually not-
amazing.
It was
Ratatouille is
alright.
Ratatouille, okay. Amazing, it's amazing. I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that.
James Stewart. I don't know what that says. Alfred
No, I
Hitchcock's
don't know.
Rear Window.
No, I haven't seen it, mate.
All right. The Red Shoes.
Haven't seen
I
it,
haven't
mate.
seen it.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs is top, mate.
I have never seen it, but I want.
It's- Tarantino. It's gold, mate.
If it's Tarantino, it's good. Except for The Hateful Eight.
That was I think that was the movie before Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
The
The
Revenant.
Revenant, that's top 2.
Revenant top,
Mm.
yeah.
I find it more of
Leonardo
a
Dic-
cinematic movie than like.
It's still got a good story though.
But Leonardo DiCaprio actually
He won an
played
Oscar,
his
so
heart
yeah.
out to get
You know
that
what?
Rocky, absolute cult classic.
I think Tom Hardy like did really well in Revenant.
Rocky.
He,
Is that the
he,
OG?
he
Oh,
You guys don't even
Saving
need to
Private
talk
Ryan,
Al
top,
Pacino's
top.
Scarface.
Saving Private Ryan is an amazing movie,
Scarface, amazing.
hands down.
Scarface is good, but I'd say it's alright, yeah. The Shawshank Redemption. That
That's
should be
top.
That's number 1 of number 1, mate. That's
yeah. If there was another one, another tier, that'd be up there,
That's
mate.
that's SSS tier. It's in a league of its own. Actually, I feel like we should all bring them down. Like a couple of them down.
A
because I
few
feel
of
like-
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Fight
some of
Club
them,
can
like,
come
I
down
feel
to
like
incredible.
Lawrence of Arabia doesn't really belong in the same tier.
Mm.
Yeah.
Reservoir
I reckon Good Will
Dogs.
Hunting also gets nicked. Good Will Hunting, like, it's a good movie, but it's not like S tier. S tier.
Boom, those are the SSTs, and then
I feel like we have a very positive skew. I guess these are all like really good movies though.
Yeah.
Can I have another look at the
Mate,
thing,
get
dude?
Shrek up the top. Get Shrek up the top instantly.
I reckon from Shrek 1 to Shrek 3, it's just a steady decline.
I
Shrek
agree.
1 is the best
people,
one.
People say, isn't there a Shrek 4?
Yeah, Shrek 4 is
Yeah.
pretty shit.
It was a
People
disaster.
say Shrek 4 is the best one, but I think they're
No,
being
it's
sarcastic.
not. The first one is the best one.
Well, yeah, the first one's
Classic.
somebody.
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs.
That's second from top. Or third from top.
Oh, Simpsons movie.
Simpsons movie.
That-
What
That's
a
second
great
from
movie.
top.
Yeah. Such a funny movie.
First time we ever saw nudity on the.
The Simpsons is the best like
Sin
like,
City.
animated TV
never
show.
seen it.
What?
I've seen clips though.
SpongeBob would like to have a word, mate.
Do you, Sam? You're saying very wrong. Okay, just Simpsons is for all ages. Like
No,
you probably don't
SpongeBob,
watch SpongeBob from past age 10, mate.
mate. SpongeBob hit diff, mate.
What? Because of all the sexual
SpongeBob-
jokes.
No, SpongeBob is just such a great. It's just such a great. So, I don't know. SpongeBob is just probably. Can't
See, man,
describe.
it's
How good.
Simpsons is just enjoyable for all generations.
But Simpsons has been around for so long that it's become timeless. So it's obvious. It's one of the best. Oh, it's like there's no question. But as a child, if I wanted to watch something, like let's be honest, most animations are targeted towards children.
Mm.
As a child's animation, SpongeBob hits different, and I can still watch it as like an older, like a teenager now, and still appreciate it. I don't know. I just found it
All right, Sin
very
City.
good. I have not seen it.
I have not seen it.
Apparently it's good, but we can skip that. Sleeping Beauty, the
I've
original.
Seen it.
All right, Slumdog Millionaire.
Shit.
Mate, that is a cult classic. Or maybe even the one above that. That
Slumdog
Watch
Millionaire is pretty good.
Watch out for your microphone, mate.
Mate, that absolutely.
Snow White, the original.
No, I haven't seen it.
The Sound of Music.
That's alright.
It's
Even a cult classic.
Yeah,
Alright,
just put in
cult classic.
classic.
I reckon we need to skew them down a little bit.
Oh, the original Spider-Man.
Oh my god.
Don't let BJ control the mouse
No,
for a second.
Take his hand off it.
BJ, it's a good movie. It's no.
No.
You would not believe
No.
how many times I have seen
If
that
Lord
movie.
of the Rings is.
How many
Lord
times
of
he's
the Rings is
creamed
not
himself
perfect.
watching
The
Spider-Man
original
jump?
Spider is not better than Lord of the Rings, BJ. Or Fight Club.
All Goodfellas, all The Godfather, all Good
Mate.
Will Hunting. No. No.
I'd say it's amazing. Definitely not perfect. What the hell?
Mate,
No, that's just BJ's preference,
no. You need to knock that down. That is Avatar, Nemo, like that sort of
Yeah,
level, mate.
it's like that.
But it's
It's
Spider-Man 2, man. It's one of the greatest movies ever made.
No,
BJ, pop it down
So is
this
BJ.
look, I'm gonna
I
have
bet it's
to.
not even on top of 1,000, mate. It's not even on the top 1,000. I swear.
All right, The Empire Strikes Back.
That's a pretty. Wait, hang on.
All three Star Wars
Hang on,
films
is that the
from
last
1980.
Star Wars?
original.
Is that the last of the original?
No, Return of the Jedi
Return
is.
of the Jedi. This is the second.
Okay. Wait, which is the one where they blow up the Death Star? Is that? Return of the Jedi?
That's
Third.
the.
I'd put all of them on the
A New
cult
Hope.
Return of the
classics.
Jedi.
Yeah, I would say. I
Cult
reckon
classics.
they're all the one above cult classics, to be honest, because they were revolutionary. At the
They
time.
were. They are like enjoyable to watch as well.
To be honest, I haven't watched all of them like in a sitting. I've watched bits and pieces. of
Oh,
them, so
Taxi Driver. She's going up there.
No, that's up there. That is an awesome film.
Terminator 1. Nah, T2's better.
Terminator ones. I feel like it's
Terminator
kind of
one.
tacky, mate.
Yeah.
Put in Cult.
Oh,
No,
Dark Knight.
I reckon good, mate. It's good.
It's good.
It's good, but it's not amazing. But it's still
T2's
fun.
going up the top if it comes up. I'm just saying.
I
The Dark
don't-
Knight.
I saw
Oh
it.
my
Dark Knight.
god.
That's top. No
Top.
question. That's top.
The
Is that the
Incredibles.
one, what's his name?
Amazing.
That's
What-
Two
Heath
Face.
Ledger.
Who was the Joker? Yeah, Heath Ledger was the
Heath
Joker.
Ledger.
The
yeah.
Shining.
Yeah, okay.
She's going up there.
The Shining's okay.
I mean, it can go in
No.
amazing.
No.
Actually, cult classic.
Yeah, I reckon that's more.
Yeah.
more- Oh, okay. Yeah, I reckon.
Good job,
that's more-
AJ.
There's so many cult
The
classics. though.
thing,
It's like-
yeah, there are a lot of like. That's why I'm sad that
I
like
reckon-
so many movies nowadays are just
thing-
shit shows, money makers.
Titanic.
I reckon in terms of actual like, as a movie, I don't really like it, but in terms of what it's done, it's quite revolutionary. I reckon probably
Yeah.
the one below cult classic. Like I
Decent.
don't, it's decent. Like I don't really like it, but I think it's quite like You gotta appreciate what it does for movies.
This boy made that many childhoods.
That's probably, I reckon, probably one of the greatest films of all time in terms of what it did for. Is that the original Toy Story?
Yeah.
Yep, the first one.
Yeah, in
Wolf
terms
of
of what
Wall
it did
Street,
for
that's-
animation.
That's not bad.
Wasn't
Love
it the
it.
first 3D fully animated? 3D
Fully
film?
3D animated movie, yeah. And it was
Yeah,
like
so-
made by
Jeez,
Steve Jobs.
I did not know that.
Wolf of Wall Street. That's second
Yeah,
from
that's-
top.
I reckon it's amazing. It's good, but
I don't think it's great, like incredible.
it's good. It's a good movie. It's a solid movie. It's
I mean,
Mate.
seeing Margot Robbie's tits is pretty awesome. Let's move on.
Next one.
Yeah, James Stewart.
That's not video.
swiftly onwards.
Do you guys know what that is?
Couldn't tell you, mate.
Yeah, Wizard of Oz, the original.
That slaps. That hits diff. That's probably the one above cult classic.
One above. Ooh.
Amazing.
It's a Wonderful Life.
I've never seen that in my life.
Zombieland.
It's fucking, that movie is so stupid. Like, just like the jokes and shit.
Good,
I
not
didn't-
amazing,
I-
but still fun.
I didn't like it. Honestly.
I
The,
reckon
the
alright.
second
I
one,
reckon that's
the second
alright.
one's pretty good.
I reckon it's alright.
Watchable,
I do
but
like the
missable.
second one, but the
Alright,
first
we
one,
finished
nah.
now.
That is it. Jeez.
Let's have a look at our tier list and discuss, mate.
Yeah.
I reckon we need to make some last minute changes. If anything
Alright.
is.
Yeah, we can do that.
I reckon perfect needs to be something we can all agree is probably a movie like the highest tier of movie. I mean, some movie. Okay, Shawshank Redemption without a doubt. Django without a doubt. Forrest Gump. I personally think it's one of the greatest movies of all time. What's your opinions about that?
I like it. It's a good
Yeah,
movie.
it's good.
We can't.
I'd say it bumped down Inception.
Yeah.
It's too confusing to be enjoyable, I'd feel.
Yeah, Inception's. I really like Inception. I think it's probably one in my top 5. But I can.
It's one
see
you have to
how-
watch multiple times.
Yeah, it can get, and I think that detracts a little bit from it. Like
Yeah, definitely.
from certain like
But he wanted that to be a thing. He wanted
Yeah,
you to be
like-
confused.
That's not a good aspect of a good movie.
Oh, nah. When it comes to Nolan, I think he...
I reckon it's one of those either you love it or you're like, yeah, it's good, but it's not my sort of not my drift. Same thing with Interstellar. Like you can.
I agree. I reckon bump it down. It's too...
Yeah.
They will
It's a
remain
good
they will
piece of-
remain greatest films of all time to me, but probably not to like you guys.
Yeah, it's good
I hate
acting.
moving it.
It's
Alright,
good,
Pulp
like...
Fiction, no doubt, one of the greatest in terms of like movie structure, cinematography, probably the greatest I've ever seen.
Boys,
Where's
not
the
gonna
one-
lie, I'm a bit disappointed that Shallon Soccer's not on there.
Yes, that is probably
Shell and Soccer
One of
go
the-
above
one
the
of the
greatest
most
films of all time. It is the
genuinely
greatest
funny
film.
comedies that you would think at first glance is not funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's
you
like,
look
this is actually funny. Like, you wouldn't
Yeah.
actually expect it to be.
yeah.
You look at it and go, oh, that's gonna be so cheesy, but
Alright.
it's cheesy and funny. It does an awesome job.
Reservoir Dogs. I would probably personally say
I-
bump that down, but I've never.
I
seen
haven't
it.
seen it.
It's good. Some people argue it's better than Pulp Fiction. Some people.
Some people are fucking retarded. Let's.
Oh.
Okay, you know.
Oh, I'm just gonna bump it down just because
I reckon because the vast majority of us haven't seen it, I think we just have to bump it down for the sake of continuity in terms of agreement. Okay.
Yeah,
The
that's fair.
Revenant, bangos.
Saving Private Ryan,
I personally
Oh,
think.
that stays.
Yeah, okay. Taxi. Wait, is that Taxi Driver?
Taxi Driver,
Taxi
Yeah.
Drivers, that's staying.
it's staying.
I've never seen it, so I mean.
I haven't
and-
either.
Incredible
Okay,
movie.
we'll split 50-50.
The Dark Knight
Dark-
is staying up
That's
there.
staying. That's staying.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
that's got Heath Ledger as Joker,
Joker.
right?
Yeah.
That's a Chris Nolan film, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. All
Wait, is
three
that-
of them are.
Is that Christian Bale?
Christian
as...
Bale as Batman. Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon Toy Story stays as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of what it. Yeah.
It's by far the
Ah.
greatest animated movie.
Alright,
of all
let's
time.
go to Incredible now.
12 Years a Slave.
I reckon that stays, but actually, I reckon you watch movies to have an enjoyable experience. I feel like watching 12 Years a Slave is not necessarily an enjoyable experience, but it's still a. I reckon we just bump it down, to be honest.
Yeah.
I reckon because
I agree with that.
like it's such a it's
It's an
it's an
important
emotion.
film to make, definitely.
it was an important film to make, but it's not. You couldn't watch it it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go put on 12 Years a Slave and have a
and have a
nice
fun time.
It's like, what I like to think of a good movie is like something, when you're sick and you're home from school and you're like, oh, I'm kind of down. I'm gonna chuck on a movie to make myself feel better.
Well, Sam, there are different aspects. Like movies can be like that, but there are also movies like Elton John. That's like what is it? Rocket Man.
That's a
not
biographical movie.
Yeah, Rocket Man.
Yeah, that's what 12 Years a Slave is.
Yeah, but
it's not meant to be good. It's meant to be like it's meant to be good, but like it's not meant to make you happy.
Yeah, that's why I appreciate that it's a good movie. It's an important movie, but
Yeah.
for something to be the top tier, like Shawshank Redemption.
I understand what you mean.
There is a good message behind. Like
Yeah,
if
good
you look
moral-
into if you read
yeah.
between the lines, there's a lot of actually like some important stuff about like police, the criminal justice system, corruption, and a lot of like moral stuff about like if someone's falsely accused and stuff like it. There's a lot of, but it's also an enjoyable narrative experience.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just my opinion. Let's move on. We can, if we have a disagreement, we can put it back up if we need to. Goodfellas, I think we can all agree with that.
Yeah.
Kill Bill,
Kill Bill's
I haven't seen it.
staying.
I haven't seen it.
Lion King,
I mean,
slaps.
It's
Slaps.
Kill
It
Bill
hit
can be a
different.
bit overrated. Lion King slaps, yeah. I
Godfather,
haven't seen The Godfather.
The Godfather. Oh, I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. Alright, that's beautiful. Fight Club, I've never
Fight
seen.
Club.
Apparently.
I honestly say Fight Club bumps up. I know you guys haven't seen it, but
I already know the ending, which is kind of sad because it got spoiled to me on like YouTube.
Okay,
I
don't
know
tell
the
me.
ending.
Fight Club's very good.
I've never seen it.
It's also like a brain-numbing like fighting film, but it's also got a lot of like.
I
It's
reckon-
just good.
I reckon purely because a lot of us haven't seen it. I think we just have to keep
Just
it where it
keep
is,
it there.
just for the sake of
Have you got Fight Club at?
I do.
No, I won't
yeah.
say.
It's been
Yeah.
sitting there for years, hasn't been moved.
well, we need to watch that. Alright.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll
listen,
go there, yeah.
Lawrence of
Hunting
Arabia.
stays right there.
Lawrence of
sorry.
Lawrence of Arabia. I've watched it. I thought it was it's like it's an autobiographical. Well, no, it's a biographical film about Lawrence of Arabia. I think it's one of the great historical epics of the time. Kind of like in the same vein as like I'm trying to think of like like back in the Elizabeth Taylor era where they all used to make just like historical epics like.
Oh yeah, like Braveheart and.
No. That's no. I'm thinking like
Is this way before Braveheart?
this is like the 1950s Hollywood epics, mate. Like I'm talking like
Oh,
Land of
okay.
the Pharaohs, Ben-Hur, Cleopatra, the Ten Commandments, that sort of stuff back
Yeah.
in the day. It's made in that sort of vein.
When actors weren't crazy famous.
Yeah. Like, and Lawrence of Arabia was probably like the peak of that.
All right.
Um,
Are we keeping it there?
if you guys haven't seen it, we can bump it down because I
I
want
haven't
to keep
seen
it
it.
consistent.
I haven't seen it.
What about you, AJ?
We'll bump it down.
Okay.
If we ever watch
Good Will
it,
Hunt-
we can. Goodwill
Goodwill
Hunting is
Hunting
staying.
Shrek is staying.
I don't know about the Simpsons movie.
Yeah. I reckon-
Simpsons. I reckon
I
it
love
stays there. It stays, mate. It stays incredible.
What about you,
just-
Lachlan?
I'd probably.
It's
agree
not
with
perfect.
Joel.
I'm not saying it's perfect, but it is.
Yeah,
Incredible.
it's not a perfect movie, but still. Amazing.
Alright, we'll keep it there. Alright, let's move on. 2001: A Space Odyssey. Yeah, I think that's probably where it's supposed to stay.
American History X.
You can make an argument to bump that up, actually. I think that's quite.
Yeah, actually.
Shit. Oh,
Good.
that was lucky.
What
Wait,
happened?
what happened?
I clicked button on.
Oh,
my
he
mouse.
clicked
Oh,
off.
yeah, okay, alright. Yeah. I'm surprised that actually all stayed there, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
reckon-
know.
I reckon you could make an argument to bump up American History X.
The Ed Norton from American History X is also lead in Fight Club.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Wait. Joel, do you want to bump it up? Like, do you reckon you should? Okay.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely incredible.
Avatar. I reckon personally you should bump that down to maybe like decent or like cult classic, because like I think for what it is. I
You're
don't know,
just
it's just-
traumatized because you watch two aliens have sex.
It's just so overrated. Like, I don't know what the. Like,
It was
it's-
revolutionary at the time.
Yeah, but
Don't get me wrong.
But it still is.
Like
the CG
in the
holds
sci-fi
up, mate.
genre, yeah.
I watched Avatar like last year, like in like November when it was on television.
Who directed?
It was by what's his name? Cameron, James Cameron.
James Cameron.
And the CG looks real. It is real. You look at the characters and you're like, holy shit. How did they do that? So I think it should stay there. Personally.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait, did you steal Navi from this?
No, why?
That's what they're called.
Oh yeah, they're called the Na'vi.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that. Finding Nemo
Yeah, I reckon that
stays. Indiana Jones stays.
Lego Movie, I reckon you bump down to decent, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, I'd bump it
like
down.
it's nothing special, but it's still like a big part of my childhood.
I agree. Monsters Inc.
I reckon it's a decent or cult classic, to be honest.
We'll put it in decent because it's not a cult classic. It's not. Ratatouille's the same, I would say.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Ratatouille's just got some good memes.
Yeah, Ratatouille's
Scarface.
Oh, Scarface days.
Yeah, Silence of the Lambs.
I reckon
Not
decent.
serious.
I mean,
Are you serious?
I don't know. It's just I don't really like horror movies. So I guess
It's not even a horror. It's like it's like a psychological thriller. I think that's what the name is.
I don't know. That sounds like a horror movie to me, mate.
Yeah, it does.
Psychological thriller.
Alright, we'll just keep it there. Slumdog Millionaire's staying.
Yeah, some of
Star Wars is staying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Incredibles.
Yeah, I reckon that's.
Is it the second one or is it the first one?
All three of them Star Wars.
No.
Oh,
No,
you
no,
mean the Incredibles? It's the first.
Yeah.
It's the first.
Oh,
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, the first one's staying. If it was
Wolf
the
of Wall
second,
Street.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
that's good.
Stays. Wizard of Oz.
I reckon you could bump that down, to be honest.
Cult
Yeah, I
classic.
think it's just I think it's a classic.
It's a classic. Gold
12
classic.
Years a Slave.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Oh,
I
go
like how you
put that down in the
skipped
trash.
Spider-Man,
No.
VJ.
Put that down in trash. Nah.
I reckon.
definitely
Let's
be.
look at cult classics here.
I reckon we don't even need to look into it. Like it's just
Yeah,
they are cult classics.
Yeah.
It's like,
they are the classic.
Sam will
What's the
probably be
one
like,
that's
we should
above
put
Wizard of
Pirates of
Oz?
the Caribbean in trash.
No, what's the one above?
Wizard of Oz.
What's the one above that? Oh, that's
Everything
Goldfinger.
he touches turns to. Oh, that's Goldfinger.
That's
a cult classic, mate.
that's a cult. Yeah, no, I'm just going through them, mate. Calm down.
it's all good.
007.
Wait, what's the one next to Pirates of the Caribbean? Oh, that's Mulan. Yeah, that's okay.
Milan. Pocahontas.
Yeah, I wouldn't change it. Mate, I personally would put Pirates of the Caribbean down to decent, but I don't really care about that one.
All right, Lock, Joel, what do you think of that?
I
what?
don't.
Pirates of the Caribbean and decent.
I mean, yeah, it's good. I'd just keep it there.
Yeah, I just.
All right.
Well, I've been outvoted. That's fine.
Actually, if
Some
the
of them
definition of a cult classic is underrated but appreciated, I'd bump it down to good.
yeah, because
I just did this.
that's what I think. I feel like some of these.
It's not underrated.
Yeah,
It's
like, I
just
feel
it's a good movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
feel like
flipping off it.
a lot of these are rated fairly. Like you could
Still
say the same
good,
for
but
Rock.
underwhelming. I'll put it in there.
Like Rocky.
Yeah.
Rocky is a critically acclaimed film. The problem is there's a lot of movies that there's like a disconnect between the era they were made and like nowadays. Like a lot of the, I mean, like people still know
Like
about
we
Rocky.
need to like have consistency. Like either we judge it on how we felt about it or how revolutionary it was at the time. I reckon we need to have like a constant thing.
I reckon we should. The problem is the criteria like cult classics, right? A lot of like what you think. You could think that something like, for example, Gladiator, alright, like that's a critically acclaimed film, but you could think that's one of the greatest of all time, and so you would be like, it would be like, or a movie that didn't do so well at the box office, you think it's one of the better ones, like it's underrated, but like, so I feel like, yeah, I feel like we should just say what based on our opinion. just keep it like that, because that's probably the most true to what we actually feel.
Yep.
Because yeah, let's move on. Decent, but still underwhelming. I think that's all pretty decent, to be honest.
Good, not amazing, still fun.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
I agree with
sounds
him.
about
Alright, watchable, but miserable.
Yeah,
Not missable, sorry.
yeah.
right. Miserable. Oh, watchable but miserable. If that was the case, we'd put 12 Years a Slave down here, mate.
Below average, poor overall, but not terrible. Yeah, Frozen, King Kong. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Terrible. Watchable, not recommend for anyone. Trash. Should never
Trash.
have been.
La
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 la.
I feel like you're being a little bit harsh to La La Land.
I haven't even seen it.
It's a
I haven't
shit
seen it.
movie.
Didn't it like nearly win the Oscar?
Yes, it did, and it should never have.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, is that
Mate,
the, like
my bloody 80-year-old grandpa saw it, and he's like, "That's a shit movie."
Isn't it a musical?
Yeah, it's a musical.
Mate,
Oh
a
god.
certain someone here would actually have to like rip us apart, mate.
Who's that? Initials.
Uh,
Name them by their initials.
CF, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would absolutely like.
She probably put that on perfect, mate.
Rip into
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. But anyway, I think I'm pretty. I'm happy.
I think that's good.
I like this
You want me
list,
to
yeah.
download it onto a spreadsheet for you boys?
No.
Excel spreadsheet.
That would not be necessary.
Yeah, sounds good, mate.
I like it.
Oh, you can download as an image. Sure.
.png.
Very nice.
There you go. Look at that.
Now that's what we call. Oh, I don't like the watermark.
Oh, it's a watermark. That's kind of shit. Alright, I think we can settle Gretel.
We can wrap it up there.
Alright, who wants to close off? I reckon. PJ, do you want to do it?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Alright,
Close you
everyone.
up,
This has been episode 2 of the Rare Units podcast. Thank you for listening in. Please follow our socials and make sure to follow us on Twitch.
Tune in next
Twitch.tv
time.
/the Rare Units podcast, and tune in next time.
When
The
can
government is
when,
watching.
when can they watch the podcast again, PJ?
When can they watch the podcast again? They can watch it next Friday, 8 p.m. till 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. We'll see
And
you
if you
units
haven't
next
missed
time.
if you missed
GMT
the
podcast.
episode, you can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
There you go. Same name
And
as the Twitch.
soon we'll be on Spotify.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Dead set. That's if we
Alright.
actually
Trust the
get our
government.
faces up soon.
Alright, see you boys
Yeah,
and girls.
see you guys.
Ladies and
See ya,
gentlemen.
everyone.
Alright,
See you later, buddy.
we'll see you units next time.